Hello there, MegaMogwai here, and I got yet another Legends of Runeterra for you guys today. Today's day 2 of the expansion, and we're playing some Kalista. I need a little bit more time for Evelyn. I was actually intending on showcasing an Evelyn deck first. Really like her design, but I need more time to actually give you guys a list that I feel happy with. Because I don't only just like to show you guys unorthodox decks, I want them to work properly. And Evelyn is going to take a little bit more for me to crack because she's a Runeterra champion, and thus she is very constricted. Or she makes deck building feel very constricted, rather. She obviously works really well with Kalista. You know, it's a very obvious pairing that has been pre-designed by Riot, and we don't really want to do that. We want to be edgy and hipster in this channel, and we want to play stuff that isn't quite as straightforward, and we want to explore creativity through deck building and showcase other combinations, and that's why we're going to be showcasing Kalista first. We're not going Kalista Evelyn here, we're going Kalista SHEN, because this is a really dope deck that I stumbled upon on Twitter. I made some slight alterations, which I'll explain, but the big shout outs go to Grandpa Roji, the original deck builder of this concept. I really like what he came up with here, and the vast majority of his distributions are also very sound, in my opinion. So we have a region combination that actually has a higher density of Ionia cards, and we're combining Kalista with Shen. I always feel pretty excited, not only to bring Shen back onto the channel. Ever since Shen got buffed, like, he's still very much underplayed, because he's just so strong with that preemptive barrier that he carries. But on top of that, like, playing Shen outside of Demacia is even more exciting because he's been tied to that region for a very long time. Every now and then we get to showcase him in a different environment, but it's not very often that we do, and being able to combine him with Shurima leads to some very exciting synergies, especially since we have the evolve keyword in the mix. This is something that we built our deck around, actually. Evolve being a keyword that is similar to Deep in the sense that you meet a certain requirement and then you get a stat buff on all the units that have it. So it says that I have +2/+2 once you've given or summoned allies with 6 or more other positive keywords this game. It is also a level up requirement for Kalista, as all of you should know. At this point, I don't think I have to explain that. You know, it's a very straightforward level up requirement. You've evolved, right? So by evolving, we get to evolve into leveled up Kalista, and leveled up Kalista has a very nice attack effect of dealing 1 to each enemy. Very similar to how she functions in TFT, where she just kind of like spreads out all these like missiles, right? Well, it's like the same, and I finally understand how it works. You kind of like, you know, AK-47 everything, and then you just repeat again until you run out of bullets. But it's a very cool offensive effect that enhances the ability to charge in with overwhelms at that stage of the match, alongside the ability to just wipe out, spread out board states too, and limit the opponent's ability to defend themselves. It's just a very cool win condition to go for, but that's not all, really. Like, we got Shen and Kalista as a duo here, but they represent the mid to late game more so than just the late game, in which the Void Abomination just comes in and takes it all, man. Like, this is the arsenal for Evolve and Shurima, in my opinion. It just comes down, and it is one hell of a win condition. Feels underpowered at first with the original stat line, but you gotta keep in mind that when you played Void Abomination, you should have evolved at that point, which means that this thing will be a 7/6, and it's gonna have a lot of stuff. It's gonna have Barrier, potentially Spell Shield, Elusive, Fearsome, Lifesteal, Quick Attack. You know, we got all that here, even motherfucking Impact, baby, with Blastcone, Seedling, potentially even double attack if we play the Sacred Protector prior, right? So that's the reasoning behind this name, by the way, Sacred Void, because Sacred Protector and Void Abomination are 2 late game bombs. The Shem boat and well, not really a boat, but you know, a boat of misery and destruction and victory for us, I guess. Let's use that phrasing. So the rest of the curve is very clever, right? Because it works into getting this evolve requirement, and we start things off with the Voidling, right? Which you know, it's obviously random, right? But there's a lot of instances in which we can have a turn 1 spell shield on this thing that we can later extract with Kaisa's second skin. And then we got Blastcone, Seedling, and Kinku Student as our 2 drops, right? So Kinku Student gains a barrier whenever you know, another ally gains a barrier, which helps us turbo level up Shen and also set up some very nice attacks and blocks as well. Like playing Shen defensively now not only triggers the barrier on him, but also on Kinku's student, which can just completely shut down an opponent's willingness to attack, even if they have elusives, due to us being able to carry stuff like Quicksand with this region combination. We got Merciless Hunter, Shadow Assassin, and a couple of copies of Tasty Faithfolk as our 3 drops of choice. Fearsome, Elusive, and Lifesteal. Great keywords to add to the mix. Merciless Hunter works even more so beyond her keyword because of the fact that we can grant something vulnerable and utilize our barriers to challenge into it, the same way Shen just kind of like abuses the board with Demacia. And that is combined with cards like Sonic Wave. We can continue to, again, challenge the opponent's units in a different way in which Demacia would do so. As then we have a full set of Supercharge because this card turns out to be pretty damn good. You know, advances your evolve requirement for 1/3 effectively by giving 2 keywords, 2 very powerful keywords at that, and represents a very, very nasty finisher, especially in conjunction with something like Sacred Protector and double attack onto barriers, right? So yeah, pretty good stuff with this card here. Definitely expect to see a lot of it in the meta. It is as good as a lot of people expected it to be, though not broken, but pretty damn solid. And then we got a couple of copies of Deny to disrupt what our opponent is doing, and Spirit's Refuge, which gives an ally barrier and lifesteal. So again, 2 out of the 6 keywords required for evolve, and something pretty good to drag out of with second skill in Kaisa. So as you guys can see, there's a lot of synergy with this curve. There's a lot of different keywords going into play, but overall a strategy in a mid-range deck that is cohesive, you know, that it works without the extra need of these synergies. Like, these cards actually function well together, and it just felt really neat. Definitely very fun, a different way to play Shen, and I had a really good time playing this deck, so I really wanted to share it with you guys, and hopefully you have as much fun as I did. I'm gonna stop rambling. So yeah, I think I got a pretty good session today, even though I say that in every video. I am biased inherently, but I do think, having that said, I think today's games are pretty damn good, and you're gonna like them, and yeah, that's where I stop talking effectively. Love you, have a solid day. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. Enjoy the games, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, here we go. Regular Mono Viego, huh? All right, how do we match up against this? Denies will be important. Quicksand may be important as well. I think I can go for a full mulligan here, though. You can find a little bit more substance. Like, we have a 2-drop there, but our curve is gonna allow us to... Well, maybe I just juked myself. Maybe I should have kept the 2-drop, you know? Maybe that would have been good. Probably. Oh my god. I mean, to be fair, there is... Yeah, oh, oof. Not good. Not good at all.
Careful.
At least we're just getting attacked again and again, so it's not like we're being super pressured.
The order rewards its faithful.
Okay. Alright. Not much we can do around that, to be honest. IMO, just saying.
Silent as death.
Silent as death. I'm gonna drop Shadow Assassin again, just a second to my deck. I can go.
When we look ahead, we know how to prepare.
Cool. Fascinating. Alright, we make them burn a little bit of mana as well, which is neat. The problem is this cannot block into a fearsome unit. So Viego coming down here
Will know my anguish.
could have been an issue. We have to do this.
Gonna find a gift for Renekton, right, Arda?
Find that gift for Renekton. We're gonna take that hit, aren't we? We don't want that to die just yet.
Two worlds, one balance.
gonna play Shen. The odds of them being able to kill off Shen. We can give you Challenger, and we can give you a little bit of extra power here.
We'll get our licks in.
I will play my part.
Nice. Nice. Very nice. We're about to evolve. Our Void of Abomination is building up.
Arda's gonna make a meal of them.
That's fine. Man, we were vulnerable there, though, because if they had, like, there's a lot of things they could have had. And we lacked, like, we just did not draw a lot of spells this game. So, yeah, I mean, you guys saw what happened with our curve, basically. Like, we just drew all of our 3-drops. What am I looking at here? I'm looking at, I mean, I do want to level up this Shen.
Here's where we make our stand. I know what they are. I know how to destroy them.
I'm sorry, I can't get over this voice act. Am I just the only one? Like, is that always been a thing? Has she always been like Australian or some shit? Is like that's what the Void is, Runeterra? Australia? New Zealand or something? I don't even know. But it just, I don't think it quite delivers. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just being a hater. But yeah. We got the second skin and we got the Void Abomination. You know, what they confuse you and make you think that they're not friends, but they're actually best friends. We got the barrier, but that did not advance my Shen's level up, interesting enough. Okay, so the vengeance here. Alright. Not much we can do about that. Okay, so we have the second skin here. We can give something Challenger and then just drag all that. Or we can give Challenger to you. Because with this I only gain that Challenger keyword, but if otherwise, I mean, impact is not worth it. Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
Adding to the arsenal.
Yeah, just gonna give them that.
I find them unworthy.
You.
I am the hunter.
Night falls.
Time to burn you away.
Alright, little. Slowly but surely we're chipping in. We got him down to 12. We have a pretty nice spread out board state. We're lacking some big plays, but invasive Hydrovine is very like limited.
The order rewards its fate.
I love that deny. That deny is huge, even though we have to assume that they're packing in on.
Right, run!
I mean, I want to resort to this because I have this and quicksand, so no matter what, like I can ensure that he lives.
My father's
blade.
The balance has been maintained.
Naruto time, motherfucker! And I think I need this impact, to be honest. Just don't want to die to an atrocity, but there's a lot of ways for us to counter that, so yeah, let's just keep our board. Take the hit, we get it back. I don't know what they could have, but we're just gonna go with you.
Looks like I'm ready. Bye-bye.
Quick hands make quick work.
Cool story, girl. Alright, is that it? Okay, we got one hell of an attack here, but we want to keep the deny option open. Okay, that is a void with lifesteal, but I think, you know, we're good to go. Do we go with the supercharge? I think we do. I think we do.
I'll show you how to fight.
And now we get lifesteal, overwhelm, and spell shield.
It must be done.
Don't think we need the barrier on you, but we can definitely use it on you because we get the power boost.
Come on!
We drag you.
They cannot hide.
I think it's just better to do this, to be honest.
Can't hide from the light.
That's game. Beautiful.
It's a trap.
That's gotta be heavy. That worked out pretty well.
You fought with honor.
Yep. All right. Oslo Binus? Oh, Binus. Ooh, this is a very good Spanish player. Like, regularly makes it to the seasonals. And they're playing Gwen Reggaeton. Interesting. We got the Kinku student here. I don't know exactly what Shadow's cards. Like, if they play Vile Feast, it could be really strong onto this. I have a lot of 3-drops in the deck. So unless you find one that you feel is extremely good in the matchup, it's okay to mulligan them away because the 3-drop density in this deck is really high. Like, we got Shadow Assassin as a full, we have Merciless Hunter as a full, but then we also have the Tasty Faithful. And maybe even something else. I don't think I don't remember, but yeah. Kinku student.
We shall sing, dance, and forget our woes.
All right. Didn't ask, but interesting. We're gonna go with the student.
Stand, breathe, see.
The party never ends, nor its spillages.
I'll trade into the butler if they open attack. I don't want to take that much damage. But ideally they develop here. No, we definitely want to block here. I want to take a little bit of pressure
Is
away.
this a challenge?
Okay, so the question is, what do we do here? Kinku student is kind of redundant with SHEN. So I'm gonna go impact instead
Go get the shiny dove.
to promote, to work for the treasure level up. The treasure, yeah, the evolve level up. Double treasure seeker. Okay, so they're just right now they're just really going wide.
I walk the space between worlds.
Overwhelm is not the keyword that I want for this right now.
My goodness, what is all this?
The Midnight Revelry.
I find
And
them
so
worthy.
we begin.
Not really. With the Sonic Wave, I can't really,
You're wearing that? A bit underdressed?
augment.
You cannot hide forever, Nasus. Cut them down!
Steady now.
Immediately.
It's a trap.
Two worlds, one balance.
I
can almost taste it. The void. Their every move just makes me stronger.
A waltz for the ladies. I know just the piece.
It's
How
definitely
did you know
risky.
I love to dance?
I derped. So I could have given you challenger, but
The void doesn't wait, neither should we.
So I go. They are under my protection.
all right, let's go with this.
Time to burn you away.
You are interrupting.
This tune, it reminds me of home.
Spirit's Refuge would be really neat.
Back in your hole.
Understood.
I will not squander the great gift I've been given.
The dark beckons.
What could they have? I'm just thinking, what could they have? Because with this region combination, I mean, obviously there are tools, but they wouldn't make much sense in this deck. Okay. Atrocity. Atrocity could be a thing. Like they could be playing Atrocity with this kind of deck for sure.
I will play my part.
I mean, this deals like a shitload. Well, fuck it. Fuck it. I'm not gonna overthink it. I got Spell Shield on this one, so if they have Atrocity, they have Atrocity. If they don't, hey, GG. Oh man. The Abomination. More scissors. This time with Elise. I wonder what the Noxus Splash is for. Maybe the Minotaur Reckoner combo. I feel like this is a little bit overhyped use of Gwen. I don't think you don't need to go infinite with the dancers to actually win games, which is I think a misconception that a lot of people are making. I mean, I like this curve. I like this 2, 3, 4. Even though Kinku Student vulnerable to removal, definitely. But I think Merciless Hunter is important in this matchup because of the fact that both of their champions are early to mid game, so we can pick them off, and that takes a lot out of the power. Shen always feels good to have. Like, I don't think you ever mulligan away Shen.
Explosives primed.
Okay, so now we may be encouraged to develop the Seedling instead, unless they open attack. It depends on what they do here.
We shall sing, dance, and forget our woes.
Oh, free block. Not so free anymore. So it's just like an aggro deck? It is just an aggro deck.
Behind ya.
Well, thankfully we got a lot of healing in this deck. Like, we're not really vulnerable to aggro. Kiku student makes the most sense.
A brief engagement, but a joyous one.
Come closer.
I don't bite.
Bite.
I mean, they have to open attack, right?
Come in, come in!
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
We could use a bite.
You are no cuckoo.
What's the point of, I mean, with Shen here.
The balance requires a watchful eye.
I'm gonna drop Shen on the curve here.
My goodness, what is all this?
The Midnight Rebel! And so we begin!
I'm gonna play the seedling here. It's definitely an aggro deck, so now we'll review you.
Like I'm ready.
Bye-bye.
Just in time. Just in time before we get burnt down. So I wanted to lead off with this, just kind of like throw him off. It definitely the turn to play this. I was gonna prioritize you, but now that I saw this, and we have the Sonic Wave here, we can get rid of Gwen.
It must be done.
Get a little bit of impact going through. And now I can use Kalista to copy the lifesteal from this. Okay, what are we worried about? We're worried about a like a skitterer. A frenzy skitterer comes down here. There's 2 fearsome units. I still have 2 fearsome blockers, so there's no reason not to play Kaisa here.
There's still time. We'll head to.
Okay, that and skitterer. Okay, well, shit. Still fearsome blocker though, very important. I can trade you into you.
You're strange.
Okay, so if I trade you,
There is no dispute.
I go down to 2. Can't really afford
I've got
that.
eyes.
Let's go down to 6 by doing this. But we lose most of our board. But it's the way we gotta go. Yeah, losing the Tasty Fate focus was sucks there. We gotta go with this first.
Here is where we make our stand.
Biggest top decks here are Decimate, but they'd have to draw back to back into something. I want to make sure that I can. I'm not sure I can though. 4, 7, 9. Yeah, there's just no way I can threaten lethal.
They know
So
what's coming. They can't stop me.
back to back bombs can definitely take us down, but we gotta play how we gotta play. Like I'm trying to see if like there's an angle that I have missed to level up Kaisa.
Adapting my methods.
Enforced equilibrium.
Okay. What is that? Is that a Decimate? What you got there? Okay, maybe Doom Beast or a Noxian Fervor would have been played already, I think. Okay, that allows me to level up.
I have my orders.
Every move just makes me stronger.
Let's get it.
Everything's in place.
Back in your hole.
You're dead meat.
I've got eyes.
We block here. And we just completely ran him out. Completely ran him out, and we got him! We beat the aggro. Tasty Faithful. MVP.
You fought with honor.
It's burned, but whatever. It's Gwen Day. New day of the week, Gwen Day. How aggressive this was? Because that last one was just aggro, right? With Gwen. Is this gonna be the same? I don't think so. With Kalista, I think it'll take a bit of a different approach. So I'm gonna go ahead and I still want to keep the Merciless Hunter for sure. Because 3 mana, 4 mana champion.
Welcome, one and all, to the Midnight Rebel!
Oh, this guy is getting on my nerves. Boisterous indeed. Alright, Kinku.
Stand, breathe, see.
I believe in you.
We shall sing, dance, and forget our woes.
I just don't want to train to these, man. Not a great match for you, man, but I gotta, you know, you're a 2-drop still, so you do things.
Come in, come in!
I'm gonna take the hit, man, and I'm gonna pass here. I'm gonna see if they do something. Fuck.
The balance requires a watchful eye.
Master, I am ready for my next lesson.
Whoa. I could go for the Sonic Wave, but I see no reason to.
We shall pierce their treasonous hearts.
Very nice.
I sense an imbalance. The balance has been maintained.
Being able to bypass that new buff Kalista got. That's exactly why we kept the Merciless Hunter in hand. The threat has been stalled. I repeat, the threat has been stalled. Hallowed is beginning to be a thing, but we do have Kinku Student.
My goodness, what is all this?
The Midnight Rebel! And so we begin!
There's still time. There has to be.
Balance favors enforced equilibrium.
A bit underdressed?
Okay, there it is. The Trifarian Training Pits.
Nothing to fear.
This is what we got this for. How important is this? I mean, they're gonna be able to attack twice with her. They could have a lot of pings that can get rid of this.
The Kinku go where they are needed.
Do not test me.
Okay.
everything as it should be.
Agreed. Alright. Seeing all sorts of different shit. We move on from the scissors though. On to some Kalista on Kalista crime. We're gonna keep the Shen. Always keep the Shen in the opener. I like the Blast Cone Seedling as well. I'm gonna mulligan away these two. As we have a curve, ladies and gentlemen. We got quite the curve to evolve as well. Quick attack. Spell shield. Ooh, I like spell shield. Very much like spell shield. Can really work for an evolution here. I don't need to play the Fate Folk until later. I will gladly trade these two. We got the impact out of the Glasgow Seedling, which is what we wanted. To progress with the evolve here. And our Voidling is safe again. Our little buddy. We're not gonna let anything harm you. Adorable. Absolutely adorable. Okay, let's go with you.
The balance requires a watchful eye.
Want to get that barrier in there. Want to progress the evolve.
Gonna find a gift for Renekton, right, Arda?
That is interesting. Okay, and now Kalista, right? Like Kalista on curve is what makes sense. Otherwise, what are we looking at here? Yeah, definitely what we want.
There's still time. There has to be.
Just because we get to copy the spell shield from her.
Out here, you're moving or you're dead.
Adding to the arsenal.
I sense an imbalance. So I go.
Brave and dumb.
That is a trade I am very much content with. Fuck the Kinku. Because, you know, that's a threat, right? Like, Rune Runner is a massive threat, especially with Kalista. So, my Shen was already vulnerable anyways.
The quiet of the woods, there's nothing like it.
Not much we can do here.
Do not feel. Think.
Attacking with Genevieve is definitely risky. Like, I am a Shen deck.
These woods belong to us.
I want to psych him out. Yep, good. Go, 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 go. Go. How do we level up here? We don't need the lifesteal. We get double attack, which is really neat.
We don't have time for this. Move.
Wait a moment, girl.
The balance requires a watchful eye.
Master, I am ready for my next lesson.
Could have played Kinku Student. I probably should have played Kinku Student first. Would have given me a stronger attack. But if I play Tasty Faithful
Don't want to
now,
die? Don't do terrible things.
what am I worried about here? I mean, I have a deny. This gives me the lifesteal, which... What exactly am I worried about here? I mean, there's quite a few things.
I'm learning.
The balance has been maintained.
Two worlds, one balance.
Now I play you, because I'm going to be getting the barriers anyways. So it doesn't matter if I missed it out earlier. Because this is one hell of an attack and we still have the deny open. And next round we can develop these Sacred Protectors to defend. Because now is when something big is going to go down. Like, yeah. And we're gonna say no to that. We're gonna say no to that. No, no, no to that.
I find them unworthy.
It's all about the cake goo, baby.
You're dead meat.
Am I? Probably could have spread out. Probably could have used it on this.
You shall go no farther.
I mean, that's one hell of a hit here. Quicksand is still pretty brutal. Okay. Probably gonna go with an open attack here. Or not. They can still dive these two. Like, they can go with one attack and then another to trade into Kalista. Still a 2-for-1 trade. This is my last Shen, though.
I can feel it. They're afraid.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
Their pride will cost them.
Okay, but that's a lot of cards traded into that. That's a lot of cards that trade into that. We have card advantage right now.
The balance requires a watchful eye.
Master, I am ready for my next lesson.
I taste purple. Yay.
It really sucks that we're not drawing any more Shens. But it's not worth it for me to use Merciless Hunter onto this. Like, it's gonna trade into my shit anyways.
So I go.
Alright. They don't even draw, which is fantastic for us.
Do it.
Should trade one more unit, keep this in the back because this can trade into my stuff. But this Sacred Protector is gonna give us a lot here. Just wanna see Kaisa or the Void. I mean, Kaisa's put in a lot of work here. It's demanded a lot out of them because of the spell shield added onto her. But this Sacred Protector is actually really strong. There's my girl! No, just when we're having fun! Oh, no, oh, no, come on. Oh. That shield's gonna get real.
Everything as it should be.
I don't know, man. Could've got a little bit longer. Well, at least we got that level up! Pretty clean session today. Pretty clean indeed. Let's get ourselves a prize here. What do we got? Some prismatic rewards. All right. Just one? Okay, so out of these three, I mean, Star Shepherd, it's gonna be a while since we played Tomkin Soraka. Death Ray ain't bad, but if you get the prismatic for the champion spell, that doesn't turn Victor into prismatic, so I'm gonna go with the Tellstones. This is pretty alright. And some red rock. Fantastic. So all in all, really happy with this session. This deck put in the work. Big shout outs to Grandpa Roji. You know, I'd stand behind the adjustments. I think 2 Fate Focus is enough. And I definitely think Void of Abomination is a 3 of. In fact, I've had a lot of games today in today's recording that I felt like I would have closed much sooner if I actually top decked this thing. So I'd run 4 if I could. Like, this is a very powerful 8-game bomb that just kind of like seals the deal for us. But Sacred Protector felt really neat as well. That game, the Kaisa level up came in quite late. We just didn't quite curve out into it for some reason, because we had a decent curve. But I guess it wasn't quite enough. We also couldn't benefit from the second skin quite as much as we would have liked. But I really like this champion combination. And I like the fact that Kalista is actually very flexible in that sense. Like, there's a lot of different things you can be doing with her. Very, very, very neat addition to the game and very cool champion. And I'm going to stop rambling at this point. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. It's free. It's clicking something. It's not really that hard. I appreciate it. In case that matters. Yeah. Love ya. Have a solid day. Hope you enjoyed the matches. And I will see you tomorrow.